Here we go.
Hello guys, Sunday says hi. Anyways, my Underworld, I know you'll be waiting for my Underworld Martha to continue with Lycans. I'll try to do Underworld, The Awakening and Blood Wars sometime in the week, maybe. Should be done by Saturday. Cause I'm off, because of Easter weekend, I'll be off, so I have more time to do videos. I'm mixing Underworld films with the Bruce Lee films. So I may do Awakening earliest this Thursday, but should be done Saturday. I might do back-to-back Awakenings, Blood War back-to-back. I might do that on Saturday. I think I'll do it on Saturday, actually. The Underworld films should be done by Saturday, the latest. I've got more time, so I should get at least, so I might do Awakenings on Friday and then Blood Wars on Saturday. So by Saturday at the morning, the latest, I'm going to do the Underworld films, so they'll be done and dusted. Anyways, Lycans, the prequel with the war, the eternal centuries-long war between Lycans and vampires began. So set, I think, in the 6th century, where set in the vampire coven headed by Victor. He's one of the vampire elders. He protects the humans in the area and the vampire coven by using Lycans. So basically, Lucian, played by Michael Sheen, is the first Lycan. Basically, his mother was affected by the werewolf virus through childbirth. He gave birth to Lucian. He became the first Lycan, which is the first werewolf who turned to human form. So, because werewolves originally couldn't turn to human form once they get affected by William, but now they can. Lycans, started by Lucian. And this film is basically about his rise to power. He's a slave, a blacksmith of Victor the Coven. He falls in love with Victor's daughter. He's a member of the Vampire Council. Sonya, played by Wanda Mitra. You know, from Elegy in the House and other stuff. She did quite a few things. She did a lot of cosplay model in the early Tomb Raider games. But this is Romeo and Juliet, basically a love story with a tragic ending. Eventually, what's his name? Victor finds out about their love, and find that they one is pregnant with Lucian's child, which makes things more frantic for Victor, because he can't help his wife. He can't believe his daughter had an affair. Not technically an affair, or had a relationship with the werewolves, who are seen as a lesser species of vampires, and also has a baby. And then Charlie suddenly gets killed by sunlight, and Lucia gets feeds the werewolves, and then team together to feed the werewolves and go against the vampire coven, and eventually they're not slaves anymore. That's pretty much what I was like in a nutshell. I enjoyed this film. I also see Rays, played by Kevin Grievous, who's one of the creators of the Underworld franchise. Yeah, I think it called to the fandom. He was a sultan who captured and became a slave, and a bit by a vampire werewolf. Because different from the origins. His origins are different from the comic. In the comic, Lucian made him a werewolf, Lycan to be specific, but in the movie, it's a random Lycan. So basically, what they do, the vampires get slaves, and they choose to get bitten by the werewolves and become more werewolves, and to help build a werewolf army to protect his vampire coven and the humans from William's werewolves who are still out there. I enjoyed this film. I'm so annoyed about Sonya being burned. This film really makes you understand how Victor is a ruthless leader. He regrets. Yeah, he's hurt by it, but kill your own daughter. The film is not that long. I think it might be short as Underworld. I think there's just some blood. Well, actually, It's not the. It's not. It's no. The shortest Underworld film is still. I believe it's Awakening, but it's not as long as the first two. I think the first one was longest, I believe, in the series. The first one was like 2 hours long. The second one almost 2 hours. This one's just over an hour and a half. I prefer the first two. I think Underworld and Evolution are best in the franchise. I think I prefer Awakenings over this. You can argue this has a better story, Awakening has better action. Awakening has more fun memories. Blood was the worst by far. It's not a terrible sequel. I just don't love it as much as other ones. I think it's, and in order, I think Evolution is my favourite, followed by Underworld, then Awakening, then this, then Blood Wars is easiest, like the worst in the franchise, Blood Wars. Michael Sheen is probably the best part of the movie. Michael Sheen as Lucian, he's good. He's well played as well. The slave destined to be destined to be a free leader. And Victor, and Michael Nye is Victor, the ruthless vampire elder who killed his own daughter, sent his own daughter to death because of a forbidden romance between the two species. Like I said, Michael Sheen is excellent at this. One Mitchell is good as Sonia. The great chemistry between her and Lucian. I enjoyed this. I prefer the first. I prefer the other ones more. It's not that this one was terrible. I prefer the other ones more than this one. I gave it 7 out of 10, 3 stars out of 5, and yeah, I enjoyed Awakening, which I enjoy more. Well, I like it's good. It's not terrible. Just I prefer other ones in the franchise. To be honest, all the Underworld films I quite enjoy, apart from Blood Wars. To be honest with you, but this one definitely thumbs up for me. I enjoy this one, and take care, guys. Adios amigos. Bye now.
Stay here. I'll be back.